Hello everyone, I'm Rachel. So now I'm gonna tell you about the second motion. It's about governments should provide significant financial infrastructure for urban citizens to move to rural areas. So, based on the video, address urban overpopulation crisis requires a multifaceted approach. Investing in rural development can erase pressure on citizens by creating alternative living and employment opportunities. Additionally, fostering sustainable economic growth through corporations and SMEs not only generates jobs but also enhance living standards. Mitigating the strain on urban infrastructure, sustainable and ethical consideration must guide their efforts to ensure long-term feasibility and equability outcomes. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'll tell you about NTHBT. The root of the issues lies not solely in urbanization, but in the lack of adequate infrastructure and resources management in metropolitan area. Simply relocating people from metropolitan cities to rural areas will not address the burnt infrastructure problem. Instead, there needs to be a focus on aging infrastructure development in major cities to cope with rapid population growth and improve access to limited resources. Furthermore, offering significant financial incentives to move people to rural areas doesn't guarantee success, as three are still fundamental issues such as lack of employed areas. That a more effective solution may involve effort to improve the quality of life and accessibility in metropolitan cities rather than diverting attention to rural areas. Actually, the rural areas that may not be prepared to accommodate a large influx in population. So here are reasons why this house believes that might not agree with that argue. So for the first, urbanization can be managed, effectively with proper urban planning and infrastructure development rather than simply encouraging maybe or people to move to rural areas. For the second, relocating people to rural areas may not address the underlying issues causing branded infrastructure in metropolitan cities, such as inflation, resource management, and inadequate public service. And for the third, rural area may not have the necessary infrastructure and resources to support a sudden influx of population, leading to potential storm and local communities and sources. For the fourth, focusing solely on rural migration overlooks the potential for sustainable urban development and economic growth in metropolitan areas. For the last is the fifth, offering financial incentives to move to rural areas may not be feasible or effective in addressing the root causes of urban qualities, so such as housing affordability and employment opportunities. So it's certainly here are example based on like a real life, and I mean my observation. It's for the first is urban revitalization project. Jadi cities like default in the United States have employment urban revitalization project. For the second is rural development and initiatives. Third, environmental conservatism. For the last is social integration challenges. So in conclusion, while the idea of incentivizing rural migration as a solution to urban challenges may seem appealing, so a more nuanced approach is necessary. Real-life examples demonstrate that targets urban resilience by adopting emulative approach that considers the unique context and needs of a coach community. So that's all for my speech. Thank you so much. Bye.